man walked into the wasteland. He buried a bag of diamonds he had stolen. He gazed at the town ahead. After spending 12 years in Africa, he had finally returned home. He rode a white horse to the town church. On the table lay his father's corpse. It was the day of the funeral. Everyone thought Delaney had died in Africa. His sudden appearance stunned everyone.
Dear God, there walks a dead man.
His hell opened up.
At the funeral, Delaney muttered some eerie incantations. His half-sister kept glancing at him. He looked at his half-sister. There seemed to be some secret between them. Then her husband stepped in to block Delaney.
James Delaney, is it?
Who are you?
Delaney was displeased. His father's funeral was a pitifully shabby affair.
Such a shallow grave they dug for my father. Are you short of a couple of shillings?
He was buried to the depths of my love. Last year, he disgraced me.
The attendees were just his father's creditors and a few prostitutes. Delaney was about to leave. The family lawyer tried to follow, but his brother-in-law stopped him.
Any business with him will be conducted in my presence.
I have the advantage. I have read the will.
Meaning what?
Meaning I need to piss me no one home a car.
Outside, the lawyer revealed his identity. For years, only Delaney's father had believed he was still alive. So the will made Delaney the sole heir. But the inheritance was worthless. More trouble than it was worth.
Talk to me of poison.
The inheritance was a stretch of coastline, Nootka Bay, bought 30 years ago with gunpowder by old Delaney. During the war between Britain and America, Nootka Bay became a prize everyone coveted. Whoever controlled it could dominate future shipping. The lawyer urged Delaney to sell this dangerous land quickly, but Delaney wanted to keep it for himself. Besides Britain and America, the notorious East India Company had been waiting for old Delaney to die. They planned to buy Nootka Bay once he was gone. They had already agreed on a price with Delaney's sister and her husband. Shrewd Stewart had secretly investigated Delaney. It turned out Delaney had served in the East India Company as a teenager, with Stewart as his direct superior.
I commanded so many little bastards, I forget.
Reports showed Delaney had excelled at everything he tried. Years later, his ambition became apparent. He once snapped several officers' necks with one hand and even set ships on fire over food complaints. Later, he was tricked onto a slave ship bound for Africa. When the ship sank, everyone thought he was dead. Even his own men admitted that some rumors about him were terrifying.
What fucking rumors?
Standing by the sea, Delaney gazed into the distance. He clearly had his own plans. Even the scavenger dogs still obeyed him. He then visited his father's abandoned dock company, empty for 8 years. But it had been taken over and turned into a brothel.
Oi! What are you doing with the door?
You want a bush, you come through me.
That is private property.
Delaney produced a key, proving he was the rightful owner.
Delaney.
Hagel had been running the place for years and didn't want to leave. He tried to offer money and even a pretty girl as a bribe. Delaney was unmoved. Soft tactics didn't work, so Hagel began threatening him.
I have girls, but I also have men. You understand? They've rocks for hearts. They've knives and ropes. If you have any sense.
People who do not know me soon come to understand that I do not have any sense to ask.
Meanwhile, Keel, urged by her husband, wrote a letter to Delaney. They tried to persuade him to give up Nootka Bay, since selling it to the East India Company could bring a fortune. As Delaney left the dock company, an old man blocked his way.
The dogs here live off the flesh from suicides jumping off Blackfriars Bridge. Never known one go tamely to a man's hand. Must be some witchcraft you picked up somewhere. What do you want?
10 years ago, old Delaney had left a child in his care, but never paid a penny. Now Delaney was back, and the old man wanted his due.
You get me an address, and I'll get you payment in the form of a banker's draft.
How much?
Enough.
Delaney brought his hounds to his father's house. Inside, he stared at his father's portrait by the fire. The old steward appeared. Years apart, they embraced tightly. Delaney admitted that in this filthy city, he could trust no one but the steward. The steward explained that Delaney's father had suffered greatly before dying. He would call Delaney's name to the sea or the fireplace, muttering strange spells. Delaney was unsurprised, as if he could still hear his father's voice. They discussed Nootka Bay, and the steward advised letting it go.
But here's the thing, James. This Nootka Sound is a curse. It will bring the King and Empire down upon your head.
And I have sworn to do very foolish thing.
2 gravediggers dug up old Delaney's grave and delivered the body to a coroner. All this was under Delaney's orders. He wanted to know the cause of his father's death.
As you see, the flame has formed a reflective surface on the glass. What is known as an arsenic mirror. Your father was poisoned. From the density of the mirror, I would say heavy doses over a short period.
After learning the truth, Delaney handed 2 coins to the coroner and left.
I would recommend they dig a bit deeper this time.
If this body is used for any other purpose, I will find you and I will kill you. You tell every member of your profession, I know things about the dead.
Frustrated by no response, his brother-in-law grew impatient, planning to use his officer's authority against Delaney. His wife, however, couldn't help but laugh.
I'm going out.
Good. I'm tired of these empty threats you keep bandying around.
Empty. And I will protect our interests by whatever means necessary. He should have stayed where he belongs, in the jungle, dancing naked and screwing wild pigs and his slaves in their chains.
Delaney went to the old man's house and handed over a bag of payment himself. The man's attitude changed after receiving the money.
Now, this is for the past, the present, and the future. Take me to the boy. Yes, sir. Mr. Delaney.
Delaney was unsurprised by the boy, but the boy's background remained a mystery. Soon he was invited to the East India Company. John introduced the attendees and negotiations began.
Vicky, may I offer to serve?
Please understand. Hypocrisy I hate most.
Indeed.
Everyone got straight to the point. Church representatives explained Nootka Bay's importance. It was extremely valuable to the British Crown, the East India Company, and even America. Delaney already knew all this. He also knew that Britain and America were preparing secret talks in Ghent, and Nootka Bay would play a key role. They were surprised he knew such secrets. Clearly, he was prepared. Wilton then produced an envelope with a high offer for Nootka Bay. Delaney noticed the clerk beside him and seemed to recognize him.
Sorry, no, Nook Sound is not for sale.
Open the envelope.
Are you deaf?
Oh, Mr. Delaney.
Delaney didn't give Stuart a chance to speak. He had learned their tactics at school and knew the mischief they were capable of. Stuart told the clerk to stop writing and gave Delaney a final choice.
Why don't you just open the fucking envelope?
Delaney remained calm, unmoved. He stood, said a short goodbye, and left. Stuart had hoped to solve this with modern methods, but that now seemed impossible.
It's all yours.
Back home, Delaney received a second letter from his sister. She revealed the previous letter had been written under her husband's watch. The main point of this letter was clear. She wanted Delaney to keep their past secret. The next day, Delaney dug up the bag of diamonds and bought a safe. He asked the steward what his father had eaten before dying. The steward said he had eaten very little, mostly drinking the wine the steward provided. Delaney suspected his father had been poisoned with the wine, but he didn't reveal it. He kept 3 of the diamonds and locked the rest in the safe. Later, he attended an auction and paid £800 for a merchant sailing ship. Wilton of the East India Company was present. Seeing Delaney planning to set up the Nootka Trading Company, Wilton immediately reported it to the chairman.
Why wouldn't he even look at our offer? Why would he defy logic and the king? Why did he know so much about the border negotiation? How did he know they were taking place in Ghent? The location is a state secret. And where did he get the money to buy a ship?
Stuart believed Delaney had been bought by the Americans, either in Africa or on the way back to London. Delaney then discovered his white horse was missing. A note was left by the person who took it. Delaney recognized the man as a butcher, also a local black market boss.
Attica!